Namaste to all. Good evening to everybody. My dear friends, my dear masters, my dear gods. Today is a special session on the aura reading and energy healing. It's an introduction session. So this will be completely conducted by, so of course, Soul Kshetra is the organization, and in which Mr. Anoop Thomas is the master. So mastering this holistic sciences and especially the healing sciences and aura reading. So he's a master and he has been learning this mastery in healing sciences and all this aura reading, all the various spiritual sciences. So last from 18-20 years, of course. Basically, he's a graduate in fine arts, but of course, he's so much interested right from his childhood. So he has been practicing this, and he learned many of the arts. You can say like not one or two, marma therapy, colori therapy, colori, mate marma, and whatnot, healing, energy healing, and many things. Okay, and especially herbal remedies is also expert in that, and tarot reading. So many of the things are there which he learned. So not one or two. So anyway, now I don't take much time. So this is a minimum introduction I can give about him. And then he will start. He will start. Today's is the introduction class, friends. Don't expect that you'll be learning direct techniques. Okay. And he'll be conducting classes in May, I think, in the month of May. That's what he said. He'll be conducting for 5 days, I think. Or in a week time, I think Monday to Friday is announced already. So that war is gone through today, and you can join that. So you can ask, you can inquire in the group again. But anyway, today, so introduction class, basically, he'll be teaching you how this, what is this aura reading, energy healing, and how does it work, and all the basics and everything will be teaching. Okay. So I invite Anoop Thomas to take over the class. So.
Yeah. Hi, namaste all. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So then, thanks for everybody for today's to show up. So just for a minute before we start anything, right? Just all we can do a 1-minute meditation. It is almost like emptying a cup, right? Like we all have different, maybe we learn from that so much information from everywhere. So unless we empty something, universe cannot fill in. And many of this kind of things are, while in this session, I may channel some information, right, from the divine for all of you, all of us, right? So for that, I request to everybody just 1 minute before I start anything like that. To start, just keep into the silence and connect to that divine, whichever way you feel it, you represent. So 1 minute. This is almost like you're emptying yourself. All right. So let's start with this, and I want to make this one more interactive one. So once initially, if I present some information, I will make it more interactive. And if anybody want ask the question or any kind of doubt, you can put in the chat, or you can raise the hand. So I will answer that. So fine. So let me share the screen. Okay. So little bit introduction. So it's already all, but what I want to say is like since almost like 25 years back. So I was not interested in all this kind of science. I was an artist. I was studying in art school and not knowing anything about this aura or yoga or this kind of sciences. So before that, what I used to do is sometime whenever interacting with somebody or any person, so I see a lot of colors or something like around them. For example, some unknown persons comes, right? What I see is looking at them, their face and other details are little blurred, but I see some colors around all of this kind of thing. So I was thinking maybe this is some my eyes problem or something like that, because I feel like blurring kind of thing. So they touched that eye and everything. They said no problem. So they even given okay some like specs to wear, but I was after wearing I was getting more headache. So I was then exploring what is all different kind of a colors around it, or some kind of a moving around, right? This kind of colors around it. Then I studied like that time. Of course, there is only way through learning is only book, because there's no much online learning or any kind of people. Because I was a small child, like just passed out from college. Yeah, no, yeah, joining the degree right that time. Like not much information. I think the internet cafe are very limited that time. So the only thing is, so there is a one public library I used to visit, and there I saw one book. I just noticed one book about the yoga, right? And in that book, there is one section which I noticed is about 5 layers of human. So like we have a physical body, we have another 5 different layers. So this is something like an interest for me. So I start searching. Okay, there is something exists, right? So what I did, I start enquiring other people. So I started enquiring different masters, meet different masters during that time. Then my second year of the degree, right? Most of the time I start working like part time for design. So I start earning. So most of my earning at that time going to learning all this kind of art. And initially, once I start learning, it is created some kind of a interest towards this one. And I started learning this Reiki and of course pranic healing, different going for a workshop and meeting different people and learning this art. So it is like a little bit learning, but I was even see there are some commonality in all of this one, right? Whatever I learned, even from the Kriya Yoga, the Reiki and pranic healing, there is one commonality. So then I started after that. There is Kalari, there is ancient method, more like very primitive. There are very primitive, we can tell you, like more than 5,000 years back. There are people who doing this healing with touch and sometimes no touch. If you heard about the Bodhidharma, without even moving the touching the human body, he can move other person, and he can influence by remotely, right? All this thing. And there are some masters I met during that, and of course we are organize some event with such masters in Bangalore also. So if you look at that Mahavatar Foundation TV, the earlier videos, you will find that kind of videos which we organized earlier. So I think 5 years back, one of the yoga event, yoga day event, we invited such kind of master, and we demonstrated all these things. So this is such a thing. And when the kshetra, when we started, right, like through them under the Mahavatar Foundation, many of this kind of masters I used to invite to Bangalore and introduce. For example, in Marma therapy, first time we introduce outside the Kerala, because there are in the villages, there are certain masters with there are extraordinary capability, which through the touch, sometimes not touches by the look, they can heal people. So it is all like, if you look at it, this is all about my story, and I working in IT, but parallelly, like wherever I do, just that ongoing exploration to the art, the never-ending art, never-ending learning. So it is going on. So this is all about my introduction. So let me start about the topic. Directly jump into the topic. So if you look at this is a different culture, right? There is a Christ and Krishna and Buddha. Over the masters, if you look at that ancient pictures, they may be not telling the word of aura, right? That nobody is talking about that. But if you look at that picture, you will see all of this one in commonality. If you look at, there are different cultural element, right? The dress code and everything is changed if you do. But one thing in common across all this religion is the halo behind. If you see that all these paintings, there is a halo behind. So this is where one of the representation of the aura, whenever the master reaches, the vibrator level is very high, the people can sense and feel it even without any practices. The people will sense that their vibrancy around the head, that aura, that much vibrancy, right? So people can feel it, and through their sight, by the looking at them, people will get healing, right? And if they say something, that will happen, right? It's an instant manifestation. If they say something, okay, I am suffering or something, okay, this is gone. So if you see the Bible and any other many of the scriptures, you will see this kind of stories. And when I look at it, there are all endless culture, endless literature is there from the India and even the outside. For example, in the shamanism of the West, and even the Kabbalah of the Jewish mysticism. Everywhere there are a lot of different terminology and different philosophy, but one thing in common is the science of aura. So this is where, if you look at across any spiritual tradition, any energy healing, it is all happening through the aura. So this is that much, if you can see, that important, right? So now, little bit introduction, right? What is all about this aura, right? So it is nothing but that electromagnetic field. Scientifically, second says the electromagnetic field around the human body. Or in another way, some culture, for example, if you look at the Egyptian culture, they call it the same thing as light body. So this is where in India, in the yoga, they say prana shariram and karana shariram. There are 5 layers. So I'll talk about more on that next slide. The upcoming session, I will tell you about very detailed about that one. So when maybe you may not heard about this aura, is look like maybe the almost like a Western or modern terminology, but it is very ancient, and since the beginning there are many ways people use it for the same thing, right? The electromagnetic field, so the pranic field, the light body, and in Russia people call biomagnetic resonance, right? Many languages, but it is all, if you want to call it as simplified, is the human aura, the field in and around you, right? So correct. So this is what I was in Indian system, right? In our tradition, we have 5 layers. Like how the physical body we have, we think this is only bodies. No, we have 5 bodies, literally, like, no, similarly there are bodies. So we can, when we raise our consciousness or our energy, we can literally touch or see and sense these layers. So that is what we are trying to teach through this the 5-day session, the upcoming session. Similarly, how any doctor can sense and touch, I can, the doctor can see my blood circulation, the pulse, and also my heartbeat. So and then based on that, the pulse, they will make assumption, right? They'll do the, okay, there are elements are less, or this is the root cause of my diseases. Little more detail, right? In ancient time, the diagnosis method through seeing that aura. So initially, all that Vaidyas, if you look at the Vaidyas from the traditional Ayurveda or Siddha, the masters, they have this ability to see the patient. The patient comes from the for the treatment. By just looking at them before even telling that about your problem, they will understand the way, without even telling or without even describing that issue, they will understand the moment. And sometimes they maybe even understand the previous days, right? Before even coming, what type of people are coming, like today, what are the issues that, so they will prepare in medicine in advance. So like now it is a modern time, right? If you look at any Ayurveda medicines out the market, so you will see all preservative, because we cannot preserve for more or less. There's very less shelf time if you look at the traditional Ayurveda medicines. But in ancient times, they will prepare in, when you go there, they need a medicine, right? For example, somebody coming by the snake bite. So the masters who knows which kind of snakes, which type of snakes are bitten by that person, what type of poison, all this is understanding that person's body. But even before, by seeing that person while walking or some other people coming, right? So he will understand that person's aura. All that information is coming, he is receiving through that other person's aura. So you can understand the importance of that. It's a great science. And the first body is, of course, in the 5 layers is the physical body. That how we have the physical body, right? And this is called Annamaya Kocha because this is sustained only by food. If we don't eat food for certain days and I'll die, right? This cannot sustain. So that is why this is called Annamaya Kocha. Of course, this is very detailed. I'm going to take even one, each 5, the layers, 5 days I'm going to do detail it out. But now it's a summary. So the next layer, almost the shape of my physical body, maybe 1 or 2 inches from this field, you will see the Pranamaya Kocha. This next thing is Pranamaya Kocha. So this Pranamaya Kocha is exists, how the physical body exists through the food, the kind of food we are eating. The Pranamaya Kocha is exists through the prana. The breath contains prana, the air and the sunlight, all this thing contains prana, and it will get stored into your Pranamaya Kocha. So whenever you do, for example, certain pranayama and all that, you are charging, like how you are eating the food and all, right? Like you are charging, or if I drink the water, I'm charging my physical body. So similarly, whenever the yoga, the second stage, the pranayama, any pranayama you do, literally what you are doing is you are charging the pranamaya kocha in that aura. So aura consists all these 5 layers, right? So if you look at, this is in internet, right? Many people, they will tell it, okay, this is electromagnetic field, and they will talk about all this thing, right? Different colors. But in ancient India, the real science, it is like very detailed, right? It's 5 layers of yogic wisdom. So whenever you're doing the pranayama or the meditation, right? Your pranamaya kocha is getting strengthened, right? Getting more charge. Just like that, if I charging my mobile phone, right? If I use certain kind of thing, it's try to deplete. All I need again, I need to plug in, right? So similarly, whenever anybody doing pranayama or meditation, first thing is like before the physical body it will get stored, charge in the pranayama kocha. So then the next one, so of course this is why this is called as a layers. Each body above is controlled by the below. For example, pranamaya kocha is controlling the physical body. For example, if in my prana is less, I feel physically tired. So that is why if I do deep breathing or if I do certain time meditation, I am feeling my body also, right? Mind-body connection, they call it modern times. But in yogic wisdom, pranamaya kocha controls the physical body. So the next layer is called manomaya kocha, where is all the thought exists, right? So sometimes we feel, okay, oh, my thought, and right, I'm getting this kind of very much, I'm getting negative thoughts or lot of thoughts when I'm sitting in the meditation. So that means that is not somebody's mistake or not a mistake of the meditation techniques. If somebody's pranamaya kocha is, that layer of the aura is contaminated or by their environment, then you will get a lot of thought. That may not be that your thought, right? It is like if I am somewhere on the road, right? There's a lot of traffic. If I stand there, I will get different dirts, right? Like dust and everything. It is not my mistake, or unknowingly maybe I'm doing it. It's from that environment. So thoughts are also like that. That is where visiting temple or sitting under the pyramid, or if you visit certain masters, right? So high energy fields, power places, if you visit, your manomaya kocha is getting cleansed. So you will get the thoughtless state, or eventually you will get a good thoughts. Like for example, even the spectrum of thoughts, right? That I will explain the next thing. There are levels. So initially, whenever somebody's energy is very low, that means the aura is very less charged, people will get very much negative thought, because that level, it is like, that you are tuning into the radio station. If you are tuned into that lower level vibration, I will get only negative thoughts. So that is where, if you look at the modern law of attraction or positive thinking, may not work. All of you may be trying to become positive or something, right? Thinking by positive. Sometimes it is very difficult, when this will not work because of this. This is the secret behind, because his thoughts are not your thoughts. it is coming from your aura, or the layers is attracting from that universe, the kind of thoughts. So unless otherwise you rise or heal that particular aura, then automatically thoughts will change. You don't need any effort, right? So that is where the pranamaya kosha. So the next thing is, manomaya kosha, thoughts, right? Then vijnanamaya kosha, and also manomaya kosha, the emotions also, the thoughts. The next layer is dense thought is called emotion, right? So then the vijnanamaya kosha is the next layer. That is where if you read or certain scriptures, or if you meet, of course, if you meet the direct, like meet a direct master and listen their satsang, right? Or if you are in satsang, your Vijnanamaya Kosha is getting charged, because that layer, the master has developed that layer, that understanding through his practice and for his jnana. So you will get also from the transmission from that, so that your Vijnanamaya Kosha, the wisdom from the masters, will get transmitted. So there is another layer in the Torah, it's called Vijnanamaya Kosha. All right. And also all that memories from the past, right? Like we are not only from this particular thing, all the vasanas, all the tendencies, even talents, all are from the past life are recorded in that Vijnanamaya Kosha. It is recorded. Just you can see from that layer, it is coming to your mind. Then based on that particular thing, it is coming, reflecting in your pranamaya kosha. Then it is come to your body. For example, even certain diseases, right? It is already programmed from that level, from the vijnanamaya kosha, and then coming down to the manamaya. So you may get certain thoughts. Then it is coming to the pranamaya kosha. Once it is getting pranamaya kosha, you may get certain symptom and everything. Then once it is reached the physical body, will get manifested fully, right? So the real healer or the Vaidya, they are not only treat the physical body, right? Because they don't start from here. So they start from that Vijnanamaya Kosha. They will understand, okay, what are their programmed from the past life, whatever his prarabdha he's carrying, and also from this life, what is his programming, what is programmed is unknowingly in this thing, right? So if you look at the original meaning of sin or the karma, it is all programmed in the Vijnanamaya Kosha. So then based on that, but for example, just imagine if I have a CD, right, or memory card or something like that. So whatever written there, if I put it into the laptop and if I start play, only that will get played, right? I cannot edit or changing it. I can edit, but I cannot add anything because already the movie is written there. I can watch only that, right? So maybe certain area I can focus, so I can get that feeling. When some area I can ignore using the Manomaya Kosha, but it is already programmed in my Vijnanamaya Kosha. So then once it is coming to my Pranamaya Kosha, the transmission, that energy, I may get, for example, certain tendencies, right? For example, somebody is getting anger. So certain memories are getting triggered. So, so it is all unconscious process, right? Unless otherwise, once it is reaching to the Manomaya Kosha, you don't feel that until that the thought level, you don't feel that what is happening behind, right? So once it reaches that triggered in the thing, you will get kind of angry thought. Then you will feel that your some type of energy is like coming. Then that anger manifests, right? Suddenly through your face and the physical body. So everything, why I'm actually in everything in the life, right? It is coming through this Vijnanamaya Kosha first, then Manomaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, and Anandamaya Kosha. Now, there is another layer, the final layer, which is many people, it is through that, right, that you will not able to access, but it is already there. So that is called Anandamaya Kosha. It's something like pure bliss. It is in Anandamaya Kosha, we are all connected as one. It is like pure oneness. There is no separation. It is like a field, right? For example, if you're watching a movie, the screen is Anandamaya Kosha. For example, if my body is here, somebody else layers are there in everything, right? These are the different characters, but it's all reflecting in that Anandamaya Kosha. So there is no personal Anandamaya Kosha, right? Although if I tell for a technicality in their thing, people say, okay, there's a personal field as Anandamaya Kosha, but it is like a portal, right? Through it is like an internet. There's no, if I am operating now, this is my personal internet, I can tell, right? But it is broadcasted from somewhere. as a common, right? Many people may using the same Wi-Fi. So similarly, the Anandamaya Kocha layer is common. You will get only the access, right? So the end goal of all the spirituality, the final goal of all the meditation and spiritual science or the religion, right? Of course, through the evolution of this, through first you do certain fasting, if you look at certain fasting and then food habit and all that, any yogic wisdom to cleanse the Anandamaya Kosha, right? The Dinacharya and all that is can cleanse the first the physical body. And through that, the second layer, right? Through the pranayama and the certain, for example, sunlight exposure and other thing, right? If I look at the sun and say spending time with the nature, all these things are cleansing the pranamaya kosha, right? And then there are yogas also. First, for example, the Hada yogas are related to first layer of the aura, that Anandamaya kosha. Second layer is prana, that Kriya yoga. If you look at any kind of Kriya yoga or more related to pranayama in nature, there it is more focused on the second layer. So then if you look at study, there are, for example, somebody is going for some counseling, right? Or for a counseling, so that they will give a different perspective. Or when you read a book, or somebody will tell some information, right? So the guidance, your manomaya gocha is getting cleansed and getting information, and through that, for example, if I got the information from somewhere, I'll get that motivation. So it is reflecting in my pranamaya gocha. Then finally that is getting to my physical body, right? The layers. So whenever you're reading certain books, right, the good books from the masters, the real understanding, and meeting that masters directly, you will get you're cleansing that manomaya gocha. In yoga, the swadhyaya section, it is all about aiming, cleansing that layer of that aura, that cleansing the manomaya gocha. Right? So then the final thing, the vijnanamaya gocha, is that the real wisdom, the practical, right? It is not from any books. It is not from any information you are processing through your mind. It is directly from your getting the download, right? Through your inspiration or the insight. So that is knowledge, the wisdom, the direct wisdom you will get. Once a person's Vijnanamaya gocha get opened and it is cleansed, you can directly download the information from the divine, from the nature, from this Akashic field. There is a field, right, which all that information, it is like a cloud computer. So from there, whichever the masters are coming and whoever is even going to come in the future, it is all recorded. It is all as data, right? This information is stored. So when you still your mind, that means the pranamaya gocha is still and manomaya gocha is completely still. You can directly pass through that layer and tap information for yourself and others, right? So you can tap information from that layer. So then finally, once you are the cleansing process of the Vijnanamaya gocha happen, then you will get that bliss, that Ananda, access to that layer. Then you will experience that state called enlightenment. So this is nothing as a progressive. For a technicality, I spoke about like at the stages, right? But it is already there. For example, right now, that Anandamaya Kosha exists, all of you, all of us, right? It is exist already. Only thing is we don't know how to access. Like it is like the Wi-Fi is already exist here, right? Only I need to put the username and password. Once I get that access, once I know how to get in there, and I can access it that within that bliss. So this is where that little, roughly I talk about all this different layers of aura. Now, let me go to the next page. All right. So since I told the different emotions and all that, right? The people, it is not your thought. It is all reflect in that aura. So the person who are ability to see or the sense, right? And you will see like that. For example, the angry person aura, you will see there. And somebody is sad, you will feel like certain colors and shapes. And addiction to the alcohol or even certain addiction to the any subject, you will see certain patterns there. And nowadays there are technology, right? It is not only the theory, there are Kirlian photography and other imaging technology to capture all these things, right? But you don't need all these things. We have, if it is like all child, right? If you look at any child, right, they see the drawing time, right? They maybe see the human body first, but they draw something around it, like so many other shapes and all that, because the child can see all this. They were don't knowing about all this thing, but all children at the age of maybe till 5 or till the actually 5, they can, maybe some people even more, they will all seeing that aura, the other colors, right? So they have that innocence. So seeing aura, right, getting this ability again, going back to that innocence, very important, right? Like that means you are purifying and getting that childlikeness, that innocence. So then you will be able to see all these things. So similarly, a positive aura. You see here, right? Somebody's love, you'll see pink around it. And like any positive, like joy, the happiness and all that, you'll see different colors. Even I will see like certain people. And yeah, I'll tell you something about. So whenever I was getting into this kind of, started seeing it, initially it is created a lot of problem for me, because suppose if I office or someplace, right, even my relatives, they may be talking very nicely, right? Why verbally they're talking, they're behaving very nicely, but I was seeing their aura, right? Something like very much irritated by me, but they're showing off, right? But I was getting in a confusion. There is a whatever they're saying, but whatever they are in a different thing, right? So I was getting in some certain times very much confused, because certain people they say, but whatever I'm there's they are, it is not matching. So you'll also maybe once you are start seeing it itself, you maybe you'll also end up with this kind of a scenario. So the advantage is you can see, right, whatever they say or what they are, you can really see and understand non-verbally. So yeah. So this is where if you look at every bear, right, they're all carrying personal space. Another word or the terms if I use for aura is the personal space. Much more easier, right? Much more non-mystic. So personal space is everybody's. I saw there's a field around you carry, and we only attract based on the similar. Naturally, we attract the similar personal space, right? So that is why, for example, how do you know this, right? For example, if you are traveling to train or railway, somewhere if you stand, right, others people, if you look at some people, you don't even know that person, you met, but some people you start really liking them, right? For some reason, you start liking him, maybe start talking. But some people, similarly, you also don't know anything about them, but you start disliking. The reason again, the real reason is again the personal space. So once you know about the understanding about this, you can change out, right? Based on, for example, if I want to build a rapport with somebody, I need to change my aura, and it is possible for temporary, right? See, it is all like there is two states. For example, if I get anger, suddenly my aura will change into red color, bright red color, very temporary, right? My first. So then it will come back to my original state, my default state. So through the meditation for a longer time, to somebody doing meditation for a longer time in a consistent state or certain practice, spiritual practice. So two things happen. One is the permanent vibration, right? The personal vibration is getting higher, more and more higher. So you may see as a witness, you see it is as a witness, you can perceive all that anger and other emotions are going like below, under that, and you are above that, right? You are able to see that, perceive all that anger and everything, and you can utilize that anger also. For example, if you want to just you can utilize that particular habits, but you not get used to by, you dragged by that particular emotion. So, and also understanding people, right? Understanding the real people's motto. If you can see by them, understanding their aura, very useful. You can see what type of person is there, and what is their real inspiration and motive, and is it going to benefit if you're connected with it. Is a similar, then all these abilities, right, all these benefits you will get once you understand this science. So now, yeah, so I told you, right, like in the interacting with different people, you see that aura also getting interacting. It's not only the words and exchanging, there's an energy exchange between two people whenever you're talking and all that. So one practical tip I can tell you now to change your life instantly, almost very, very important information, right? You can try this one and you will change the life instantly. So take the people you are interacting, the 5 people, write it down, the 5 people you are regularly interacting, 5 people. And you are sum total of that 5 members, your energy field. For example, if I am gossiping, somebody else is gossiping and start, okay, that person is bad and telling all this kind of thing and or talk about my problems. They also share their problems. This will create a collective and this is kind of shared energy field. And this is going unconsciously, right? Many people do. Then if I'm telling, okay, why I'm not getting my life is like this? Why I'm not getting any good thoughts, or why my life is not improving? Because it's the invisible energy around it, the frequency, right? Like attract like. The similar frequencies attract similar frequency. So the only way, the easiest way, right? Otherwise, all that are tough, right? I have to do some programs and then do affirmations and then visualization, all these things. If you see, in the people are telling, but the easiest way is change that. Find that 5 people who you want to become, right? Okay, if you want to become a very good business person, right? Find 5 people which you are looking to become one, right? Or find that you feel inspired by. Select 5 people and connect with them in some other way, right? Maybe I can ask for some mentorship, or you can just one meet and greet every day. If you interact over a period of time, through that interaction, your personal energy field will change naturally. So very important. So this is where, if you look at ancient Gurukulam, right, the people all will stay with the Guru. It is not coming back and interacting, or they stay with the Guru. So through that interaction and the transmission, right, there are many other acharyas and everything, that knowledge people, they not only teaching like verbally, like nowadays, right, not that information sharing, but through that energy sharing, your field also is getting upgraded. So this is one of the very important tip I can tell you for today. Select the 5 people, note it down, who you are interacting, and be very mindful about who you are interacting every day, and you are sum total of that. So to change, find another, cut it off or limit that one, and replace with them the another 5 people, 5 or more. I'm telling minimum the 5. So the people who are more inspired by that, or you want to become, right, that kind of people. So eventually, over a period of time, your aura will get changed and life will change. So this is another thing. For example, one person, another, and if you look at, okay, traditionally, if you see the love symbol, right, this is another thing. This is if you see the love symbols, is nothing but merging to aura. If you see one aura is like that, one aura is like the oval shape, merging together is love shape. So the love symbols, the original concept behind by that, again, that's by the aura sign, right? Unconscious. So because 2 people merging to aura, that creates that love frequency. All right. So again, yeah. So similarly, since which I have and everybody having their own personal space, and masters are also having, or certain deities or angels, all these are energy forms without human body. Like for example, if I minus that, the last one, right, the Annamaya Gosha, if I minus the angels or the Devadas, all they're having other bodies, very strong. So certain people, when they do the sadhana, right, or upasana means sitting near, they're sitting near to their energy field and they're doing certain sadhanas. Or if you're doing the meditation and connecting through certain masters, you are getting information, or you are getting that connection and that insight and energy through their other bodies. And sometimes we are able to perceive, right, because this is grosser thing. I can see whatever I can experience is in certain frequency. For example, the dog can hear and see. Other than me, right? There are so many other sound frequencies, the range of frequency the dog can perceive. So I can, or any human can see only certain colors, range of colors, and certain sound, right? Similarly. So when we make it our range, expand our awareness, we are getting access to the other range of signals. So this is the science, right? Again, that aura. Once you expand your aura, making it more expand. So what you are getting is that ability. You are able, other spectrum you will be able to see. So that is where the science. Or if I tell in another word, you see the word, right? Sukham and Dukham. This is a Sanskrit word. In Malayalam, there is a word called Sukham and Dukham. So Sukham means both in this both are there. There's one word, Sanskrit word called Kham. Kham means agacha, space. And Su means expansion. The more I expand my aura, I'll get bliss. And Dukham means suffering and sadness. Du means compressing. I'm contracting, right? My awareness. The more I'm compressing my aura, I'll get suffering. And the degrees, right? From here, how much is that person's aura? Like, if I sense it, I can tell you about that person, okay, where that person is, right? Or anybody can feel it. Once you feel it, once you understand that, you'll see of a certain range. These are the quality. For example, in higher plane, if my aura is so expand, that nature itself is bliss. I'll only get bliss, even if somebody, whatever happen in outside world and everything, right, in reality, but I will get only in the bliss. Wherever you see a certain master, they're always in the bliss. Why? That is not because of the situation, because that nature of that particular aura is holding. That will only produce bliss. And similar way, if you see the compressed energy field, somebody having compressed energy field, whatever you give, how much ever luxury you will receive, right? The good, everything, you will still feel depressed. You see a lot of people who are multi-billionaire, they're suffering because they have everything, right? Technically, if you read scientifically, they have everything. You should be happy, but why they're not able to be happy? Because their aura is so less compressed. So compressed aura, compressed energy field, the nature itself is suffering. So that is a science. So the degree, how much is the degree, and what are the way, which area we can do certain remedies, which is very simple, right? Certain area, if you correct it through the understanding, that will again start expanding. So the basics is expanding. Once you expand, and this is everybody, right? This is never-ending expansion, right? That is where the evolution of, we are all expanding our awareness. And through awareness, is aura also will get expanded. The amount of awareness you have, that amount of aura you have. So equivalent to that. Okay, so this is again another.
Anuj, somebody has written used annotation option. They have written something on the screen that it's getting recorded.
I don't know.
That some scratching they have done. I don't know how to take out that. Yeah.
Maybe when I am.
So who was done that? They have to disable, or they have to. Otherwise, it's getting recorded along with the video.
I don't know.
I think some of the friends was somebody they have used the annotation option. We should have disabled it in the beginning itself, but we have forgot.
Okay, how to disable that? Clear all drawing? Yeah, done. I have done that.
Now it's gone. Yes.
Okay.
Otherwise, that was
Yeah,
getting
still.
recorded for the last so many slides. It got recorded.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Okay, fine. Now it's clear.
Yeah. Okay. I forgot where I was. Okay. Yeah. So then this particular layer, right? This is again about that evolution which I told, right? From that physical, that expansion. So today, because of the time, so in our 5-day session, I am covering all this thing, right? Each layer, what are the different stages and nature of the aura is through that expansion, right? And you can really sense through your hands and through the eyes. So it is possible, it's very much possible. So you don't need any special siddhis or anything like that. You don't need anything. I have trained certain people, they're all using it. And I myself, I done so many, but of course nowadays I don't use any of this kind of exercise now, because for me, whoever come to my field of aura, right, when I am really tuning it, I'll get the signal, I'll get the message directly, right, if I am still the mind. And also, what will happen is sometime, like, there are ancestors, like for example, every person's ancestors energy, and also their personal god or deities and all, right? Everybody having, through their culture and all that, they'll have the deities from the previous birth, or even this lifetime, family deities and all. They're all existing in their aura, right? Some part. So they will communicate, right? Oh, through this person, because they all need help. They all want to help, right? The human. So the masters and angels and or even your ancestors, they all really want to help. So once you understand, right, you yourself can communicate and rectify, and in such an easy and effective, effective way. You don't need any like long other, time related certain pujas and all that. All of that is in the physical plane, that below the Annamaya Gosha level, I'm telling, right? But when you go to higher levels, things are instant. The more you go into higher, the layers, the more higher. That is why there are some masters. So again, we also invited them to our center. They can heal instantly. Somebody telling any kind of some problem or suffering, without even telling, through their presence, I have seen they are getting healed instantly. So there are such enlightened masters we met, and we also arranged a program for our center through Mahavatar Foundation. We have done all these things. So for us, this is our everyday reality, not of any of, some fantasy stories or something like that. So this is also I'll cover, and yeah. So there is another thing, another highlights which I'm thinking is, first is the detailed understanding of the anatomy of the aura, right? The deeper concept and understanding, then various techniques to how to feel and sense and also interpret. So that I'm going to cover in this upcoming 5-day workshop. And then there are some practice sessions, practice like self practice, and once sharing, and you can do it. And if you are a direct session, we can do it each other, but you can do it with your family, somebody, from other people, you can try, or friends. I was learning like that, right? Through them, somebody else called and I try to feel it and all that. So I may be sharing that kind of information also. And also I'm going to share certain remedies or certain connection between aura and connection between your health and the emotion, how you feel about your life, and also the spirituality, right? So this is because since everything is in the aura, certain things, if you can do certain, yourselves easy to do certain things, if you apply, that aura is get changed. Once aura is get changed, the life is reflect finally. Once first it will reflect in the aura, so the next stage will come to the reality. So similarly also, the right in the western, where they call manifestation, all about mind, thinking and visualization. This is only activity. This is only that information in the Manomaya Gocha. All that theory of manifestation, everything only addressing the Manomaya Gocha. But in ancient method, it will start from the Vijnanamaya Gocha or the Anandamaya Gocha. From the bliss, there is an intent, and that intent will come as a wisdom. That wisdom will generate thought. That thought will create vibrations, and vibration will manifest in the physical reality. So this is where the thing. And if you look at also, if this is where, right, first that imprint, then you will get, for example, if I want to create something, right, first I'll get, okay, I'll have a pure intent. So then what will happen, I'll get certain wisdom around, oh, maybe if I got that certain insight, then next thing is, maybe I will start read more about it. Okay, maybe that I'll ask somebody about, I'll get knowledge about that particular thing. Then it'll, all these things produce certain kind of emotions or the energy, right? And finally, that energy through a certain action happen, that is in the Annamaya Kosha, then the physical manifestation happens. So it is very detailed science of much, much detailed than the law of attraction in the West, right? Yeah, I think that is for today, and rest of the time I will use for question answers. And how to stop. All right. So you can ask questions. So I think it will make some sense. So if you have any questions, you can ask. I'm not able to. Okay.
Now?
Yeah, I can hear now.
Yeah. Sir, namaste.
Yes.
Sir, can we learn this through online? Possible? Hello? 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 Hello?
Yeah, Anuja, I'm making a post, okay? Now you can.
All right. Yeah. So I'm sorry. So can you ask again that question? Yeah.
So can we learn this through online?
See, of course, the like for example, like I'll tell you one example, right? There are 3 stages in that learning, right? Or the 2 stages. So one thing is understanding, right? Or understanding the right things, and second thing is practicing, right?
Yeah.
So one advantage as practicing in person of group,
Yeah.
it's very easy. You can practice certain kind of question answer, and you can sense and interact
Yes.
and all that, right? So through online, I'm doing this first time. I've done something like in person before many times, but online I'm trying this is first time. But I think, like for example, I'm able to read energies now through anywhere, even through some people's voice and
I
everything.
think you can.
Yeah, no, but even the learning session also, I think if you try like people, because one-on-one, some people I was sharing certain kind of technique, they're able to sense and feel it. It is again like certain activity you have to do, right? Simple activities
Yes,
and practice and feel it yourself, right? And you can try it for somebody from your home. You can take it as an example and try with them. All this thing you can do it. So whenever I am explaining certain kind of thing, you can. Oh, that is where it is banned by 5 days, right? One day certain thing, then next day you can share your experiences and share the feedback. That way we can do, and it is not like very difficult thing or something like that I'm explaining, or through this one. It is all easy things. So I'm a simple person. I don't complicate things.
Yeah. Okay. Can we get notes and everything for this?
No, because many other things, right? If even, for example, today's thing also, I have just maybe I tell you 5 minutes before, I just put that kind of some slides for explaining something, right? But other than that, most of the things are coming from it is fresh information. It is from right there I am talking, right? It is more or less instant. So you can write a note of it, right? No, for example, whenever you are writing that information, certain things, certain practice, if you do it, you learn by doing it. You never learn by more learning or hearing it, right? When you do actually that, do it yourself or do something, that where learning will get internalized. So this is more like a practical session what I'm going to conduct, more like a practical thing. And I think like everybody can do this, because this is nothing like special. Anybody can do. People make it, this is like a one special skill to make themselves first, little bigger for others and all that. But I think it is all like, if you can.
Okay. If you learn this, can we heal ourselves also?
Very much. Of course, again, that learning, the degree of understanding, the kind of learning, how much energy you put in your thing and all will matter. But it is once understanding first, then how to change it, right? So that is healing. It is more about think about it like an energy dynamics you're learning.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Offline, how much time takes?
That again depends on like somebody will tell you how much time will take to learn a car or a bicycle or something. Right? It depends on other person. Yeah. But somebody, it is like, for example, it is not somebody, maybe, I don't know, some people, they may done this kind of practices from their past life. They can pick up instantly. They will feel it.
Okay.
And
It
somebody
is more easy to them.
Correct. But somebody maybe do little more effort. It is again that effort, right? It is like learning to any skill, right? So learning any skill, how much of it is what depends on that.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thanks. Yeah. Any other question? Somebody? Oh, okay. I'll start. Fine.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. I'm able to hear.
Chichi, I'm very quickly. I'm a senior citizen. Okay. My grasping my power is not that sharp. Concentration. Sorry, I cannot concentrate. Even while meditating, also, I'm not able to concentrate.
Okay.
I have attended one class also. But even then, I am not able to concentrate.
So are
People say maybe due to age, it may take more time to.
Okay, but I am not teaching or I'm not share anything to memorize, right? It is more something if you can feel something. I think that I don't know, like that is where it is more required.
I totally understood what you said.
No, one thing. For example, are you able to sense something like the sense things? For example, if you go to somebody's house or some unknown place, you feel some discomfort. Do you feel?
I have not observed so far.
Okay. So then
it was, it was not required. Now onwards, I must try.
No, I'm asking. Like this is asking. Are you able to feel? Or some place if you go, are you feel more happy? Try to observe that. Then tell me. Okay. So
yes.
you require more that type of skill. It is not like not memorizing, learning like that. It's nothing like that. It's more about feeling. Okay. Somebody.
Okay.
1 minute. Siddharth. All right.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes.
Sir, like my question is, sir, actually, I want to say that your session is very informative, sir. And the thing is, I'm actually, introduced this meditation, and I have actually solved this meditation from Pyramid Valley International, Bangalore. So I'm currently pursuing my MBA. So when I was in my 10th standard, I had visited Pyramid Valley. So wherein I learned the meditation, Anapanasati. So I've been doing it. And honestly speaking, sir, really, you gave very good information, and it was very informative and very knowledgeable, sir. And this one. And one more thing, what I like the most is, like, you told us, right, the positive and negative aura, right? The colors, how we can sense it and all that, right? So I just want to understand one thing, sir. Like, see, the thing is, like, there are a lot of negativity around us, right? So other people's behavior, attitudes, everything negativity around us, right? So even if we go to like wherever in like if we are working like in corporates or anywhere else, a lot of negativity. So I just want to understand, like, like even though like there are negativity is there, like how to like maintain a positive aura. That's what I mean in times of challenges or any kind of adversities and all that. How to maintain a positive aura. So that's the thing, because we get a lot of negativity from the other person or from the environment and all. So like how to remain positive from within without losing our self confidence or inner like the faith and the inner this one.
Yeah. So to answer the question, it is again like if I tell right, whatever if I reiterate your wordings is, for example, there are a lot of traffic in the Bangalore, right? Everywhere is a lot of traffic.
Yes,
and I need to go somewhere through my car. I need to go to somewhere at my office. Somebody asking like, how can I go effectively, right? Without getting other, for example, somebody there may be rash driving or somebody like there are a lot of people, right? So how can I survive, or how can I become a better? I can survive. Then that answer is you need to understand that driving, right? The theory, like basic driving, where is the clutch and all that understanding. Then second thing is your skill, the kind of driving skill you're developing, right? Outside there are some people, somebody mad also, right? Some tankers are there going here and there and all that is very, very horrible, right? And too much traffic. So that first level, the understanding part is about understanding your own energetic anatomy and others also. That is number one. Second thing is the kind of skill you are developing. For example, if you know if you're able to perceive somebody's energetic anatomy, so you can behave accordingly, right? If somebody is maybe they're very much their mood is not right, don't talk. Or somebody feel they're very happy, that time you can talk to your boss. If your boss sense through your ability, you're saying their aura is good, you may get promotion also, right? That means a positive response. So it is all about first understanding, then adjusting that your energy field and other energy field also into that. So similar like a driving, right? How can I? There are a lot of people at rash driving and everywhere going here and there. How can I become a better to all these things? Learn the understanding, learn about the traffic rules, learn about the vehicle, then get skilled in driving. And once you get into this, everything is automatic, right? You will go in effortless way. So similarly, I think did I answer the question?
Yes, sir. Yes, you understood. Yeah, you told that, like understanding about the environment. First, understand the other person. First, you can at least try and understand what exactly the person's mood is, emotions, and respond accordingly than reacting just like that.
Correct.
Respond. So that, the situation, we can better handle the situation, right? Instead of making
one more practical tip. Yeah, that is the tip. One more practical tip I can tell you is, like, if you see the grosser aspect of the aura is how you feel, right? It is not the thinking, right? How you feel. So make sure, irrespective of situation, right, you feel good.
Okay.
So once you feel good, that aura is also like going expanded. So feeling good is a secret. Not thinking good, right? Thinking is different, right? Feeling, it is more closer to that next layer. So if you can feel good, for example, if you feel love, I tried this when in the traffic block, somebody like, they'll come and angry, that as soon as they'll reach certain state, maybe 1 meter or something, they start feeling calm. Because I feel myself, I radiate, I transmit the calmness. I feel the love energy. I radiate love energy, so that the person who's coming into this field, they also get the glimpses. So they don't have anything to repel or fight with it.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
So one more thing is that, like, this was a session, right? So when is this this kind of program being held? Like, when is the classes starting, and what is the cost of this program?
So all the details, I think you can reach to that number, right? 1 minute. What's the number? I'll give the number of the.
Please post on the main groups, the main WhatsApp group. Just please post it over.
Because I'm not part of any thing. 1 minute. I will. 1 minute. I will tell you this one 90. Usually I stay away from WhatsApp group or anything. So I'm not aware. The 1 minute 216555. I think this number, no, I am posting it to you direct, or to everyone. I am putting it number. So you can inquire 90 3621 6555. Yeah. All right. Anybody want to ask any question?
So one more thing is that, so can we just get the recording of the session, sir?
Okay, I will ask them to give.
Yes, sir. Please, because it's very informative, and I just want to share it with my other friends as well, because I find it very interesting. Even I want to involve people. I want to join more people, so I just want the recording.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody? Okay. So there's no other question. Then let's end the call. So once again, thank you so much. And two participants raise a hand. Who are? Yeah, 1 minute. Cosmic energies. Yeah, cosmic energies. Please go ahead.
Namaste.
Yes.
Sir, this course is chargeable or free?
No, there is somebody else is organizing the this program. So I posted the number there, right? So there you can inquire actually about this.
Fine. And you're telling we can also heal ourselves, and we can.
Correct. First is understanding. So the two area I'm covering. So one is understanding about the aura and different meaning of the aura and how we can perceive and see and sense, right? That is one. Another part is how to change, like healing, right? Like all that methodology.
Because I have done few courses like this, but I didn't see the aura of others.
No, I didn't understand. What you said?
I was done some few courses like this, aura reading classes.
Okay.
So in that I didn't found any auras of other opposite person.
You didn't. Okay. No, I don't know about others. Like it is like I don't know. Like if you tell or what later, maybe if you explain to me, I can understand, because whenever I do it is from my own experience. I put it right. I don't know what. Yeah.
So as per your experience and knowledge, you are telling within 5 days it can be visible to us also.
Correct, and it's again like a skill, right? Like it is.
Yeah.
I can tell the thing, I can sense, and again some people, for example, in that group, somebody will get very easily.
Correct.
I don't have any control. You know, I just for that. So, for example, I have done this kind of courses in person. Somebody will getting like, very much they are able to sense. Some people they may be not getting thing also, right? That I don't know. That depends on that people's past life and their ability. But of course, anybody keep consistent and they try, right? Of course, I'll get it.
Yeah, but practicing anyone can get.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thanks. Yeah. Sumitra Devi, I'm unmuted.
Sir, I want to ask, this is a Reiki healing or Puja healing? Is this Reiki healing?
No, see, usually Reiki, prana healing, magnified healing, and
Yeah,
any type of.
I think this is there is also meant in aura.
Correct.
Like
see,
aura, yes.
Yeah, correct. So I don't package it at anything Reiki, anything. I have also learned in many years back all of this kind of thing. But I see the underlined reality or the theory, right? Is all about aura.
Okay.
Even chakras are energy point within that aura. So it is all about aura. So once you understand, it is for example, I am talking about the car, right? For example, if I am talking about the car, if somebody is asking about a different brand, okay, is it Kia, is it a Maruti and all that? End of the day, it is all car, right?
The same thing is in Reiki and Ujja healing.
Yes, same.
Yeah.
It is all basically same.
That's why I asked that.
Yeah.
That's why I asked you, is this Reiki or Ujja healing? I'm also a Reiki healer.
But
and Ujja healer also.
Correct. Yeah, but I don't use any symbols or any like other terminology.
That's why I asked if you if this Reiki healing is then no use of symbols and attunements. I think so.
Not required. It is again like
Not
if
required.
you believe, if you look, for example, if you look at prana healing, there is no attunement.
Okay, this is other than Reiki. Yes.
Yeah. No, end of the day, it is all. For example, No, 1 minute. I am talking about the car, the concept of car, right? And you are talking about the brand. If you ask me, okay, the Kia and Maruti, are there all also a car? They are all car. The underlying reality is all right? It is all about aura. So then different people, different masters, based on experience, they created different kind of things, and they name it all that labeling, right? But underline the so I simplify things. I don't complicate things as a simple person. So after learning many modalities, even shamanism, tantra, a lot of things I learned, I understood the simple reality behind all of this, the common reality, even to the religion, right? It is about the aura, the energy field. It is all about energy dynamics.
Yes.
All right. Thank you. Sangeeta, I'm unmuting. Yeah.
Namaste.
Yeah. Namaste.
Namaskara, sir.
Namaskara. Tell me, I can hear.
हिंदी में हो सकता है ये?
No, I'm not fluent in that.
वॉइस नहीं आ रहा है.
No, I'm telling you, I'm not fluent in Hindi.
Class.
No, I'm not able to hear. Can you type it? I'm not able to hear you. So anybody else I missed in this? Any more question? No, right? Okay, so then I'm going to end this session. Thank you so much. And I hope it makes sense. And then See you all soon.